So we take from that and we apply it, make it practical in our lives. There's so many statements of the Prophet ﷺ. Grow your beards, trim your mustaches, distinguish yourself from the kuffar. You know, this is, so many times you hear the Prophet ﷺ stressing this thing of distinction from the kuffar. So the Muslim identity is clear. What hangs below the ankle is in the hellfire. Pants hanging below the ankle. The way of the kuffar is baggy pants all over your foot, you know. This is their way. And unfortunately, that's what Muslims do today. To wear your pants above the ankle is, people are sheepish about that. Hey, you know, this is flood pants. Couldn't afford a new pair of pants. And part of this is all, you know, part of the training that we need to go through. We should never be shy to establish the sunnah. If we feel shyness, sheepish about practicing the sunnah, and we feel comfortable, proud about following the sunnah of the kuffar, we have a problem. We have a problem. This is saying something about our faith. Yeah. Anyway, as we said, the sunnah is divided into two parts: the natural sunnah and the legal sunnah. And the religion is built from the legal sunnah. Now when we look at a hadith, the hadith has two aspects to it. There's an example of the hadith given in the book. حدثنا مسدد قال حدثنا يحيى عن شعبة عن قتادة عن أنس عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخي ما يحب لنفسه. رواه البخاري. Musaddad told us that Yahya informed him from Shu'bah, from Qatada, from Anas, from the Prophet ﷺ, that he said, none of you truly believes until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. Collected by Al-Bukhari. This is the standard format of a hadith. Now the first part of the hadith, where we hear this chain of names, Musaddad told us from Yahya, who informed us from Shu'bah, so and so. This is the chain of narrators, known as the Sanad. And the text which is conveyed, none of you truly believes until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself, that is called the matan, or the text. And the hadiths are traditionally divided into two sections: the matan and the sanad. And the sanad was the natural development from teaching the sunnah. As the companions of the Prophet Muhammad taught the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad to each other and to those who came after Prophet Muhammad, they would always mention the incident and whom they heard that incident from, if they didn't see it or hear it themselves. So if they saw it themselves, for example in the case here of Anas, in teaching his students from the next generation, would have said, I heard Allah's messenger say, none of you believes until so and so. Now Qatada, who was his student from what is known as the Tabi'un, the next generation after the Sahaba. Qatada, when he was teaching his students or other scholars of his generation, he would have said, I heard from Anas, who said that he heard from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he said so and so, so and so, so and so. So as the information was being conveyed, those whom that information was conveyed from were mentioned. Right? So this is basically how the chain of narration evolved. And this came about because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was particularly dear to his companions. They honored, revered, loved him, and were very keen to learn whatever he said, to apply it in their lives, and to convey it to others. So, whenever he told them, none of you has truly believed until I become more dear to him than his son, his father, and all of humankind. When he told them that, they took that statement to heart. They worked on their own faith until the Prophet ﷺ became more beloved to them than their own family. Now, what this meant practically is that they were prepared to do anything he instructed them to do. They were prepared to do anything he instructed them.